Hi guys, today we're going to be modelling a VR headset in a single part. So this is another way of working that would be appropriate if you were going to 3D print your design. So let's take a look. So here's a basic demo of what we're going to be making today. So you can see here we've got a little, whoopsies, a little bit of a slot for the phone to go into here. We've got a little like a ridge there to stop it slipping back, and if we rotate around here we've got a couple of holes for the lenses. We still need to do some work on that to make it perfectly fit the lenses that we have, and we've also got a nice little curve cut out. We haven't got a nose hole yet though, so that's something that you could improve on this design, and I'm hoping you guys are going to put your own spin on this. This is just a very basic demo. So here we go. We'll just minimize that, and we're going to start with a new part. Okay, and we're going to just go onto our tools, document settings, units, lengths, millimeters, and apply, close. Alrighties. And we're going to go in our sketch tab, and we always start with our 2D sketch. I'm going to work on this plane here. I'm going to start off with a rectangle that is basically the size of my phone with a little bit of extra. So I might give it like an extra 12 millimeters. So on my short end, my phone is 77 mils. So if I add 12, I'm going to end up with 89. And press tab. And on the other long edge, my phone is 163, so I'm going to make it 175. Alrighties. Now, we're going to press Finish Sketch and just press the home there. So there we have the base, like the front. Now you could work on this shape a little bit so it's not just a box. With a few of the other tools, maybe put it like a fillet edge, or maybe a shaped, like a special shaped, I don't know, box. But I'm just going to go with this basic one. So we're going to start with 3D modeling it and just extruding it. And we might do, I don't know, 5 mils is probably fine. Okay, so we're going to hit OK, and we're going to start another 2D sketch. Alrighty, so same plane. Now you might choose to rotate this view around. So I'm using my view cube. See these little arrows that pop up? It's going to hit that there. Okay, and I'm going to, I'd love to be able to just offset the lines that are here, but those were on the previous sketch. So I'm going to start with a rectangle again, and we're going to draw it out. And we should just check, like we can click and drag it out, just check that the inference is perfect so that you've got the exact measurements of your previous rectangle. Okay, now if I have a look there and I dimension it, I might want to check to make sure. So that's 175, so I'll just cancel that. That's perfect. And that's 189, perfect. Okay, so cancel. Now we're now going to offset that line. So I'm just going to click on the line. So I've got the offset tool on, click on the line, position my cursor in the direction that I want the offset to occur, press enter, and then type the number. Now I'm going to create like a 5 millimeter wall that's going to make, I guess, the structure of my box. So 5 and enter, and I'm going to repeat that process. So click, position cursor, enter, 5, enter, click, position cursor, enter, 5, enter, click, position cursor, enter, 5, enter. All right, now trim. So you don't always have to trim lines. You can pick up multiple things to extrude at the same time. It does make it a lot easier though. Sometimes you can't pick up everything that you want to extrude. So I'm just trimming those lines down. I'm going to hit Finish Sketch. There we go. And we're going to extrude again, and we're going to pick up the space inside. So you might need to zoom in to make sure that you pick up the right section. There we go. All right. And here we go. So we're just going to wind that back. And in this case, I'm going to extrude this. I'm just going to make it 170 for now. Okay. And hit enter. All right. Now, if we go back to the front here, we can see we've got like a hollow box. Okay, so that's our starting position. The next thing we're going to do is a slot for the phone. Okie dokes. So we're going to start a 2D sketch again. I'm going to click on this face right here. Alrighties, and we're going to draw another rectangle. So this would be a matter of knowing the dimensions of your phone. So mine in thickness is about 9 millimeters, and then my the width of it is 77. So I'm going to create my rectangle here, and you can see I'm picking up the inference of the internal wall of that, so that's pretty cool. So I'm just going to click and drag out, but then I'm going to type the measurements that I want. So if I've got a phone width of 77, then I want to make sure that the gap is just a little bit bigger so that it's easy to slot the phone in and out. So I'm going to make mine 79 mils. All right. So 79, press tab to get the other inference. And so the other width that I'm working with is 9 millimeters, so I'm going to make it 11 and press enter. All right. So the next thing would be I'm just going to position this this box so that there's not a gap or not too big of a gap at the front there, because I don't want to post my phone through the hole and then have it sort of fall forward into that space and then it be really difficult to bring out of there. So I'm going to dimension this edge here and this line here. So I've got my dimension tool, I've clicked on both of them, and now I'm going to hover my mouse so that I'm actually editing the space between those two lines. So wait for the correct inference to come up, and that distance, I want it to be 5 millimeters. And enter. All right. So we should be able to finish sketch now. And we're going to extrude. And this time, I'll just press home again, just so you can see what's happened there. So this time, instead of extruding where we are adding on, so a Boolean, we're actually going to perform what's called a cut. All right. Now, you need to think about the distance that you want to cut. So our phone was 163. Now we want the phone to go completely inside there. So I'm going to add, what are we going to make it? We want it to go all the way inside the slot. So it'll be 163 plus 5 mils for the edge of the for the wall of our VR headset, plus 1 mil, 1 extra mil. So 163 plus 5 is going to give me 168, and plus an extra mil is going to be 169. So I'm going to write 169 and enter. Cool. So let's have a look. There we go. So you can see from here, we've now got a slot going through that space. Oh, that was silly of me. It only needed to go 5 millimeters there. Alrighties, because all it needed to do was cut through that wall. That's me and my sick brain. Anyway, I'm going to pause the video there and we'll move on to the next step in the next video.